my story is not that different from other military spouses, but I have been unemployed or underemployed for most of my adult life. And so extremely challenging for sure.
Stacy, when you say underemployed, I'm assuming you're meaning like a role that you're have already surpassed before in your experience. Is that what you're referring to?
It is seniority, so to speak. So I have a master's in business administration. I've had that since I was a young woman, and have had to turn down jobs that I was qualified for, but either couldn't take it because we were moving or so forth. And sometimes you're in places that just don't have the availability for what I am able to do competence-wise. So you take something just to have an income, just to stay busy. I've changed industries because availability isn't always what I want and need. And it can take quite a bit of time to find the right position. And sometimes you just don't have the time. And oh, by the way, you're moving again. So that's it exactly.
How long have you been in each place? Was it like traditionally like a year? Was it 6 months? Was it all over the place?
It ranged from 6 months to, I think, 4 years was our longest time in one place. But 14 moves in 27 years, you do the math, it's moving pretty frequently.
Yeah, absolutely. That was kind of one of my questions for you, because I think a lot of candidates nowadays deal with maybe not the military part, but the looking like you're a job hopper, right? And really not knowing how to express why you had to move on. So, I mean, did you put something special on your resume to show why you left? Or I'm sure the conversations and the interviews were really interesting. You probably were repeating yourself a lot.
For sure. That's actually very common among military spouses is how do we fill in those gaps? I say a lot of times that if you read my resume, it looks like I'm a drunken sailor because I'm over here in this industry, and I'm over there in that industry. And I filled in the gaps, if you will, through volunteering. I'm a professional volunteer. That helps to increase your skills, makes your resume look more full, and fills in especially those leadership type roles. But that's very common conversation. And frankly, hiring managers don't always know, I might even say don't often know, how to interpret a veteran resume or a military spouse resume, because while they may appreciate your service out of patriotism, or even if they understand that, it's hard to translate the soft skills that a military spouse brings to the table when we don't necessarily have the paid results from those opportunities.